Hi guys, welcome to my news bulletin session for all competitive exam. Let's start. Today the International Day of Cooperatives is being celebrated all across the world. The day is annual celebration of cooperative movement that takes place on the first Saturday of July since 1923. Cooperative for Climate Action was chosen as this year's themes to address this and support Sustainable Development Goal 13 on climate action. The aim of this celebration is to increase awareness of cooperatives. Pakistan Army has appointed Major General Nigar Johar as the first female Lieutenant General. She has also been appointed as first female Surgeon General of the Pakistan Army. Johar graduated from Army Medical College, Rawalpindi in 1985 and joined the Army's Medical Corps. In 2017, she became the third woman officer in the Pakistan Army to attain the rank of Major General. The other two women Major General was Shahida Badshah and Shahida Malik. The World Bank has approved $750 million loan to increase flow of finance to severely affected MSME sector in India due to COVID-19. This will support the MSME package announced by the government under its Self-Reliant India program. India's MSME sector, which contribute 30% of India's GDP and 40% of export, is currently facing severe stress. The sector, which employs 150 to 180 million people, which will get relief from this loan package. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has virtually released a book titled Future of Higher Education 9 Mega Trends. The book is authored by C.A.V. Pattavi Ram. The book covers the new norms in key areas of higher education. For example, student-teacher relation, learning methods, laboratory and examinations. The book is based on a survey of about 5,000 educators across India who were part of ITC Academy's Sky Campus Digital Knowledge Series. West Indies former cricketer Everton Vickers passed away. He was born in Pickwick Gap, Barbados on February 26, 1925. Everton Vickers made his first class debut at 19-year-old and his test debut in 1948 at 22 age. His test career spanned between 1948 to 1958, where he played 48 tests and scored 4,455 runs at an average of 58.62. He retired in 1958, after which he had served as coach, administrator and ICC match referee. Intel Corporation's investment arms Intel Capital will invest rupees 1894.50 crore in Jio platform. The announcement was made by Reliance Industries Limited on 3rd July 2020. With this investment, equity value in Jio platform rose to rupees 4.91 lakh crore. Rupees 1894.50 of investment will translate to 0.39% of an equity share for Intel Capital in Jio platforms. In a matter of 11 weeks since 22nd April 2020, this was the 12th foreign investment in Geo platform. Geo Platforms has launched the video conferencing app GeoMeet. GeoMeet. GeoMeet offers an unlimited number of free calls to user and support as many as 100 participants at once. GeoMeet appears to not impose a short time limit on call's duration. The free call can be uninterrupted for up to 24 hours long. The video conferencing platform can also be accessed through Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox for users working on desktop apart from Android and iOS phone. Indian Railways created another record by operating the longest freight train. Indian Railway named it as Sheshnag. The rake had a total of 251 wagons, which were pulled by 4 electric locomotives which were fitted in between. The feat was achieved in Southeast Central Railway Zone of Indian Railway. The train had empty oxen rakes. Indian Railway operated the train Sheshnag in Southeast Central Railway Zone. Niti Aayog and Rocky Mountain Institute released Towards a Clean India Economy Post-COVID-19 Opportunity for India's Energy and Mobility Sector report. It advocates for stimulus and recovery efforts that work towards building a clean, resilient and least cost energy future of India. This effort include electric vehicle, energy storage and renewable energy program. It identifies how COVID-19 is beginning to influence the clean energy transition in India. The ICICI Bank launched Loans Against Mutual Funds, a facility in partnership with Computer Age Management Service (CAMS). The facility is an extension of Loan Against Share. The facility enables the retail customer to avail loan up to 1 crore instantly by pledging their holdings in both debt and equity mutual funds. It is fully digital and paperless facilities. The most important news: PM Narendra Modi announced Atmanirbhar Bharat App Innovation Challenge for techies around India and the startup community for creating world-class Made in India apps. The App Innovation Challenge is an initiative by MAIT in partnership with Atal Innovation Mission. The prize money for app is between 20 lakh and 2 lakh depending on the category. The app will be evaluated on basis of ease of use, robustness, security features and scalability. Himachal Pradesh to provide tap connections to all rural households by 2022. A meeting via video conferencing was held between Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat and Himachal Pradesh CM Jairam Thakur. They discussed the implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission in the state. During the meeting, Thakur said that the state is planning 100% coverage of functional household tap connection by August 2022, ahead of national goal by 2024. The Jal Jeevan Mission was launched by PM Modi on 15th August 2019. Next, NLC India Limited, Coal India Limited have signed an agreement for the formation of joint venture company to develop solar and thermal power assets to the tune of 5000 megawatt on pan India basis. The equity participation in proposed JVC between Coal India and NLC will be in ratio of 50-50. The joint venture company marks a new era in power sector with the synergy and expertise of two central public sector undertaking under the Ministry of Coal. Next, the UK India Business Council signed a memorandum of understanding with Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. MIDC, Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, is the premier industrial infrastructure development agency of Government of Maharashtra. This business framework between the UKIBC and Government of Maharashtra will help the state to proactively better its business environment and strength its collaboration with British